Sometimes one of the most satisfying things in life is seeing something that started as a thought grow into something bigger that makes you money. Especially when you're in a financial situation like me where you're constantly budging and trying to save every penny and every penny counts. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the best ways that I've learned to make a side hustle business through photography. So stick around because I'm going to list 3 ways you can start building your photography business today. Hey guys, my name is Will Ross. I'm a 21-year-old college student trying to achieve financial freedom. If you do go on to enjoy the video, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. It really does help me out as I'm trying to grow this channel. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. The first key element I want to talk about when you're building your photography business as a teenager, as a college student, whether you're early on, whatever, is the skill set and the equipment you need to start doing so. So you need to know what you're doing before you start marketing yourself to anybody. For me, I learned how to do photography through YouTube and just doing my own research, but it definitely took some time to know what I was doing in the business before I started marketing myself, because I didn't want to dissatisfy anybody I was working with and ruin my brand name. So the reason I'm putting this at number 1 is because you need to learn what you're doing before you build an Instagram page, a web page, whatever it is, to market yourself and your skills. You need to know what you're doing in terms of editing, in terms of taking the picture itself, in terms of like aperture, shutter speed, all those things. You need to get down pat before you really start going out into the field. One of the cool things about photography is you can pick up your phone and start taking pictures today. Nowadays, most iPhones have great quality pictures, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't start doing it today. Long term, if you want to build this into a huge company or just a bigger brand, I would definitely invest in some better equipment. But for starting out in teenagers and college students, you can start using your phone, and it's easy as that. So once you have the skill set, once you have your phone, once you know what you're doing, the second key element I'm gonna say is marketing yourself. So this is actually the most important thing on the list, because without marketing, how would anybody know what your brand is, what you're selling, who even you are? One easy way you can start marketing yourself as soon as you start taking pictures is creating an Instagram page for yourself and trying to build that up as quick as possible. So after you post your first couple Instagram posts, maybe a couple weeks go by, you get 50, 100, 200 followers, however it may be. As soon as you start marketing yourself to a bigger audience, I'm gonna go over a strategy that I used when I got to this point. And it's pretty much just getting your name out there as much as you can. So I'm gonna go over how you do this in a screen recording actually. So real quick, I'm gonna search up tags. You're gonna look up clothing brand. We'll see what pops up. Clothing brand, 11.4 million posts. This one looks really good right here, the With Pride, wearitwithpride.ca. So what I would do when I was smaller is just send them a message saying, hey, my name is Will Ross. I do photos, and I would type out maybe a paragraph, not too long, because that wouldn't get their attention. They think you're really spammy, and then attach a few images. And I would do this probably 25 to 50 times a day to really get your name out there. One of the keys to this is not to charge an insane amount or at all at first, because you're new, you're getting your name out there. You don't need to be charging competition prices, especially if you're doing it as a side hustle. So just ask to collaborate for free. Maybe you take pictures of them for free, and that way they're way more interested, and sometimes they'll even let you keep their apparel. I'll show you some examples that worked for me that were actually super cool once I started going. So this one right here, this brand was pretty cool. They're called Pure, and I wasn't paid for this at all. They just sent me, I think, 5 to 6 hats, had me go out, and oh, this shirt too was pretty cool. This is my roommate. You grab a friend and you go take pictures of them. This is in downtown Atlanta. I just went and took pictures of them. It was super fun, and I got to keep everything that I got. So I made the post, I sent it to them, they advertised it on their website. Let's see if I can find it. Wise Nation, here we go. Yeah, this is one of the pictures that I took. That was pretty cool. There's another one. Here's another one. But it was really cool to see like a brand actually post something that I've done, and it got my name out there. So once I got the okay from the brand that I can post their content, I started doing so that other people, when they see my account, they see that I've worked with the brand before when it comes to asking them to collaborate. Here's another one I did with a guy that actually paid me, I think, 20 bucks to do this. He sent me this shirt, and I took my friend in this picture down to a similar spot in Atlanta, and took some cool pictures of him in the tunnel and on this bridge. I thought worked out really, really well. And the huge thing about marketing is doing seasonal changes and switching up your strategy depending on what time of year it is. Now, what I mean by this is switching up how you're gonna market yourself in the winter versus the summer and Christmas time, 4th of July, all these things. You know where I'm going with this. So for me, I actually, as a freshman in college, I reached out to some of my senior friends and people I know that were seniors, and I charged them really low rates to undercut the market in terms of grad pictures. So I actually had about 3 to 4 people that I would go and take grad pictures for, and they were really satisfied, and I got paid a little amount, maybe $100 in a weekend. As a college student, this is huge, and it motivates you to do more, because once you see that first kind of couple of dollars trickle into your account, you want to start doing more and market yourself more to get as much money as you possibly can. When I would go home in the winter for winter break, I had a bunch of family friends that needed Christmas cards, so I would do Christmas card photo shoots with them. So I'd pick a pretty place, spend about an hour or two with their family, take pictures of them, and they would pay me like 50 to 100 per session. Now, if you can scale this from like 4 to 10 sessions throughout the entire time you're home, that's a good $500 potential you're making through this strategy. I'll go over one other marketing strategy involving cars that I did. So as you can tell through my Instagram theme page and my photography page, I am addicted to cars. So what I really wanted to do is get into car photography. So one of the biggest things I did was I went to this website, ordered about 100 business cards, and I just, as soon as I got them, went to every single car meet I could go to, handed them out in person, and I let people know that I was there to take their pictures. I took them pictures for free, and I would send it to them if they reached out to me, and if they were interested in working further, I would work with them. So as soon as I had these brand collaborations under my belt, these Christmas card photo shoots under my belt, I would start to charge them normal prices because now I'm an experienced photographer that's in the market. Now, this took a while to get established. I think it was the 6 to 7 to 8 month mark where I started really making decent money off of it. But it's so satisfying, and it's something that you can do on the weekends to like passively build up that's definitely worth your time. So the third key I'm going to name is consistency. Now this isn't going to take super long. This is just a quick point I wanted to make. Rome wasn't built in a day. Like I just said, 6 to 8 months is a long time, but if you can do this passively, this is something huge that can turn into something way bigger. If you're building an Instagram page, a YouTube page, anything that you're trying to build, consistency is really, really, really key, because followers that want to come back to you and want to see your content aren't gonna like if you reach out to them and try to collaborate with them, but your last post was 7 months ago. Something I would try and stick to if you're trying to build an Instagram page to build your photography business is about 5 posts per week minimum. If you can get that up to 10 to 11, that would be more, I guess, ideal. And the cool thing about this is that it's easy to obtain content. You can literally start taking pictures around your room of something cool and aesthetic you think is aesthetically pleasing. It's not that hard at all. You can really get your foot in the door for not that much work. So through all these key elements, I made about $1,500 to $2,000 in my first year of doing my photography business, which is my senior year of high school through my freshman year of college. And it was something that I was super glad that I started in the first place. I actually got a camera for my graduation present. As soon as I got it, I started building it immediately. So it was super cool to see something that I initially thought of as a thought turn into something that would make me money in the long run. So yeah, those are 3 key elements that I would try and stick to if you're starting a photography business as a teenager or college student. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give me a like, please subscribe or comment. I would really appreciate it, as it really, really, really does help me out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.